Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Today we're going to be working on renovating one of the apartments. I think it's in the fashion district. It's one of the two-story apartments. I really like this apartment. I just recently got City Living and I am going through renovating all the apartments. And I really like this one. I like the fact that it's two-story. I thought when I looked at City Living, I actually didn't know that any of the apartments besides the penthouses were actually two-story. So I actually really like this one. I've turned it into a family apartment, like a family home, and it actually ends up sleeping about, I think it's 5 Sims. It's got a master, it's got a double room, and it's got a toddler room. And yes, I included the toddler potty as well, because I know we often forget about that, but I included the toddler potty. It's just in the room. And I recently got City Living and I'm having a little bit of fun going through and renovating all the apartments. And I actually ended up starting with one of the apartments in, what is it? It's one of those big skyscraper apartments, like the really big ones. And I thought, you know what? I got this. I'm going to renovate this apartment. And then I tried it. I removed all the walls. I tried it. And I realized that this is way too much. And I actually couldn't figure out a floor plan for it. So I thought, you know what? Let's dial it back a little bit. And let's do a smaller apartment and see if we can make it into like a family apartment. I was actually originally thinking a roommate's apartment. But the other rooms just turned out being so small that I thought, you know what, let's just make it a family apartment. It kind of feels perfect for that. And that's just the kind of builds that I like to do, is family builds. So that's what I ended up doing. Will I ever go back to renovating the bigger apartments? I think maybe I'll try and get a video out next week of the bigger apartments, because I'm playing the 100 baby challenge on my Twitch channel, and I would love the idea of having a 100 baby apartment, because I've always played in houses and this is the first time I've ever played with apartments in The Sims. I know that there was the apartments in Sims 2. I think there were apartments in Sims 3, but I never got any of those expansions. So this is the first time I'm ever playing with apartments. Not entirely true. I do have Eco Lifestyle, and you get those really small apartments there. And I tried renovating those ones a little bit once, but they're just like these really small squares. And I get it, like living in a small apartment can be pretty cute and can be nice when you're playing with like 1 or 2 Sims. But I also like the idea of having like a whole family just living in the city, just living in an apartment. Because sometimes it's nice to not have to worry about landscaping and the exterior. And I also really like the idea of doing these apartments where you pay weekly rent. I feel like that's a lot more realistic, because I don't know, in The Sims, something I wish we could get, if I had to ask, so here's my 2021 wish list, is that we in The Sims could have money to buy a house. We can't afford to pay for it, but we can get like a mortgage for it and we can pay the house off. So say your house is 20k and you only have 10k, and you could take a loan out for the extra 10k, and there's like student loans where you could charge interest on it, and the repo man will come and take your things if you don't pay the bills. I would love a mortgage system in The Sims, because I mean, realistically, we don't all buy our houses cash. That's not a typical thing that people do. So I like the idea that we could see a house, maybe like a Victorian in Willow Creek, or a nice big glass mansion in Oasis Springs, and your Sims, they could possibly afford it, but they don't have to save up like all the money, because by the time you save up all the money, then you're on to your next generation, and your next generation will live in that house. So I like the idea that if we could have like a mortgage mod. I mean, even if it's a mod, I wish that The Sims would put it in the game, but I know that won't happen. So the idea of maybe it being a mod, if there's a modder out there that wants to make it, please, just let me know. I would love to download that mod, because I feel like it would make more of a realistic gameplay, because you'd have to say, okay, my sim earns this per week, and this is how much the house is, and this is how much the mortgage would be, this is how much the repayments would be per week. And I think that would just be like a fun aspect to The Sims. And you could even get a house that costs like way too much, and you could apply. Yeah, you could even have like a gameplay where you can apply to the bank, and like you apply to college, like you apply to university, and you could get rejected for a house as well. Even though you qualified, you could even still get rejected for it. And then you sometimes have to like pay off the mortgage, and it like affects how much they sell their house for if they ever decide to move. Please make this mod. If there's a modder out there that's listening to this, there isn't, but if there ever is, please make that mod. I would love it. I would endorse it. Please make that mod. I would love it. I have been talking this entire time, and I haven't even spoken about the apartment that we're working on. And I don't know, I suppose there's not much to say about this apartment. I'm doing a full bathroom over here, and I decided to put laundry in here because it's a family apartment. I like the laundry gameplay. It feels very realistic to me. So I added laundry in, and I cluttered up everything. I noticed that when I am working on apartments, well, I say I noticed, but this is actually my first apartment I'm ever like really renovating. But I noticed that when I am renovating apartments, that I tend to clutter a bit more. I think it's because, especially in speed builds, because I think my brain just automatically, when I'm busy with like a giant house with like 6 bedrooms, which, let's be honest, is kind of my thing. When I'm working on those big houses, I'm thinking, okay, I gotta pick the siding for the outside, I gotta pick the windows, I gotta pick the window boxes, I gotta do the landscape, how does the landscape look, I gotta do the backyard, and I gotta fit that all into like a 30-minute speed build or like 20-minute speed build. By the way, I have no idea how some speed builders do it, where they can build houses, like full massive houses and neighborhoods, in like 20-minute videos. I have tried it. I can't do it. I am like the world's slowest builder. But going back to this build, you see over here I'm stuttering, the camera's kind of like stagnant and moving around, and the reason for that is I thought I knew how I wanted to lay out this room, but by the time I got there I realized, oh no, now there's nowhere to put dresses and mirrors and clutter. And because the door was on the one wall and there was a bathroom door, and it was just like a walk, like a through face, I think is what they call it. So I thought, you know what, let me just quickly, redesign this room, because I do before I record the builds, I go in and I do like a rough layout, get an idea of what I'm looking to do with a house or what renovation. And with this one, I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to put this city living bed right up against that wall, but in the end it just didn't work out. I tried to do something with these dresses. Honestly, it looks pretty dumb. I saw somebody do this on another speed build. It just was not the move for me. I was trying to make this dresser with like these little tiny drawers, and I tried to stack those on top of each other. I don't really think it works. I think it needs to be sized up to work. I've seen somebody use it even in a laundromat, which looked pretty cute. And yeah, I'm working on the outside. So originally when I did the mock-up for this build, the parents' ensuite was actually a hallway out to the patio. But I thought, realistically, in The Sims and also from my parents, is that if the balcony was off their room, they would still say, you know what, it's a family balcony, you and your friends can go and chill out there and go hang out, and you can walk through the room, it's fine. And I definitely wanted to make sure that the parents did get an ensuite bathroom. I mean, I could have changed the layout to say, I could have moved the ensuite to sit where the kids' room ends up being, and kind of merge half of the kids' bedroom and the toddler room to sort of make like a smaller child's bedroom. But I thought that this layout kind of worked. I know it's a little bit weird. I don't know how everybody feels about people walking through their bedroom to go to the outside entertainment area, especially with their friends. But for me, I didn't mind it, and I don't think my parents would mind, so it's a little bit realistic for me. And that bed from City Living, it was one of the items that I used to look at in the Sims catalog and always think, oh my god, I love that bed. And I'm so happy that when I got the pack, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the build and buy catalog in the City Living. I think it needs to grow on me a little bit. But that bed I always looked at and I was like, I really like that bed. And when I got it in game, I was very happy to find out I actually do love that bed. And I love all the swatches, which is very, very, very rare in The Sims, is to like all the swatches. But here you can see I'm working on that toddler room, and I did the split level, the platform. There's no way I can upload this to the gallery, unfortunately. It be like that. I'm really sorry about that, because I know that apartments are really weird. I don't know, I know people normally delete the walls, and like right where the doors are, they delete the walls and make it all one big room, and then they upload the entire apartment as a room. And I don't know how they do it for 2-story apartments, and I especially don't know how we do it for platforms apartments, because the platforms make the rooms really weird. So about this kids room, I forgot to record part of the kids room, well, most of the kids room, but I wanted it to be like a very girly girl room, like a nice Pinterest cluttered room. I ended up putting, because in the kitchen I put down dog food and I put down dog bowls, and I wanted to add a dog bed in there. But here we are at the screenshot, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.